Digital satellite viewers can enter by pressing their red button now. You can also enter for free at itv.com. Entrance must be 18 or over. All lines close at 10 a.m. Saturday the 10th of May. Entries made after this time won't be counted, but may still be charged. And the very best of luck. Now, first guest could already be classed as a West End veteran, as although she's only 23 years of age, she's notched up credits in Scrooge, The Drowsy Chaperone and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. She's proving herself more than capable of filling the shoes of actress Connie Fisher as Maria von Trapp in the London Palladium production of The Sound of Music.
Cream-coloured ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbell and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favourite things. When the dog bites, when the bee sings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favourite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
She's climbed every mountain, but will she make it down our stairs? Welcome, Summer Strallen.
You can hit her with a pillow if you want.
I know, but you know, it's just my opinion, and I know nothing about theatre.
I must say, I think it's probably. You've probably been to see the wrong ones a lot of the time, because I don't know, what I'm trying to do in Sound of Music is sort of bring as much reality to it as possible. And when you start singing, it's just, I know Michael Grandage said to me when we were doing Guys and Dolls, well, said to the whole company, that if you can't say it, sing it, and if you can't sing it, dance it. So that's the kind of, you know...
That would make life very complicated.
But what is it with the face?
Did you see me do a face on there?
Kind of. I mean, do you have to sort of practice a kind of expressive face, I suppose, when you're singing?
I think no. It's just when you sing, you believe what you say, and so I mean, I don't know. I don't think I went when I sang. I hope I don't, because
no, your face is much prettier than
I try and do this. So I pout a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make sure I don't do that.
How are you finding it now? Obviously taking over from Connie Fisher, who was made very, very famous on a TV show. I mean, how...
well, I mean, as people know, I've done musicals a long time. I mean, my first work experience was when I was 3, doing pantomime. So
that's slave labour.
Yeah,
that's child labour. It shouldn't be allowed.
It was about £2.50 a week, which wasn't actually too bad considering you're 90p. But yeah, so
that's for a week.
It's
7 days. Shocking. For a day. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, so it was a bit crazy. It was a bit crazy at the beginning, obviously.
But you have done loads. You're only like 23? 23,
yeah. I did Cats when I was 16.
Yeah.
So.
Would you have done what Connie did, bless her, and sat in front of us and got ripped?
No way.
But won the role in the end?
Oh, goodness. I definitely... completely. I think they're so courageous, those girls, and men, obviously, you know, Lee Mead and everything. I think I couldn't put myself through it.
But saying that, you did get into The Sound of Music, as far as the public are concerned, in a slightly roundabout way, through your Hollyoaks character.
Yeah, well, I mean, as far as I was aware, I was going for the alternate role in The Sound of Music, which is what Aoife Mulholland plays now, where she does a Monday night and a Wednesday matinee. And so I just had a normal audition. I then went back for a second time. The only thing that was a bit odd about it was that Andrew Lloyd Webber was there on the first round, and normally he's there, you know, you do about 8 rounds, you know, you're singing the same song, you're kind of over it by that point, but he was there, and I was like, okay, well, and then my agent phoned and said, actually, it's not for the alternate role, it's for the actual role to take over from Connie in March. But, oh, by the way, you're going up to Liverpool to be in Hollyoaks for 5 months first. And
I was like, thinking behind that, though? I mean, was it just to create a bit of...
It was to create a, you know, a profile for me, for, you know, so that The Sound of Music has a wider audience again, you know, I mean, that's the whole point of the
And had you ever done any TV before? Because obviously you're very experienced on stage.
I'd done one line on a Hotel Babylon once.
Okay.
Which was, yes, I was Annabelle, the sexy journalist. Yeah, and that was it, you know, I mean, obviously bits and pieces on Royal Varieties and things like that, but with
but not
shows.
playing an actual character.
Yeah, so it's really crazy.
I'm sitting here and I can't help because I know that your auntie is Bonnie Langford, and you really, really look like her.
do.
I'm sitting here like looking at her. You really have a huge
Well, my
resemblance.
mother, they're very similar, my mother and Bon. So yeah, but if you see my father, I'm very similar to him too. So it's really
Definitely
weird.
got the same sort of bottom half.
Is it a family thing? Do you all start work at 3-year-old?
Yeah.
In that family?
In the theatre as well.
Yes.
Me and my 3 sisters have, yes, all started panto at like 4 or 5. You know,
Why? Did you
my
want
grandmother
to?
has a dancing school.
Oh, that helps.
And and it was sort of just a after school, like anybody else would do, you know, brownies or whatever. We went to dancing, and she raises money for the Variety Club, which is, you know, the whole point of her school. So. And she had the kids in the pantos every year. I mean, even from when my mother was a child, she did not so much pantos, but cabarets and things like that, raising the money for the charities. So, it's kind of something we just all fell into.
Has anyone opted out, though? Is anyone in... I mean, it's almost everyone in your family.
I nearly did. I wanted to be... Well, at first I wanted to be a dog when I was 3, apparently. And then I wanted to be a vet for a while.
That's a step up from dog.
Well, then I thought I didn't really want to be putting my hand up cows and things. So, and then I went to athlete. I sort of tried to be a bit rebellious because Scarlett, my sister, my older sister, was angel child. She was really always fantastic as a kid, and I was like, I don't want to do it. I used to sit like this, and they'd be like, you will do it, when we were doing the shows and things. So I tried to rebel, but... we failed because my mother and father were doing it. We saw what a fantastic time they were having, you know.
Can you imagine Christmases at their house around the piano?
Well, that's just it. No one plays the piano. Well, now my little sister does, but she's 17. But it's not really like that though. We're really not sort of show busy at all. We kind of just get away from it at Christmas. You know, it's like the one day we have where we go.
Switch on the telly.
Yeah, exactly.
And how much longer are you going to be in The Sound of Music for?
At the moment, it's till October, and then who knows?
After that, the world's your oyster.
Yeah, hopefully.
Thank you for coming to see us today. Summer Strallen, everyone. We'll take a short break as we say so long, farewell to summer. But coming up, is it crude to ask wedding guests to pay for your big day? Back soon.